Hello, hello, and welcome back to, Where the Demons Lurk. I don't keep forgetting the name. It's fine. We're here at Kabu in this update. Finally. He's so cute. After setting down your bags in the back room, the two of you get to work preparing for the night shift. The store lights flicker away, and the room turns cold as the AC is activated. You walk along the aisles and are relieved that the shelves are all restocked and neatly arranged. Less work for you. You notice the broom and mop next to the employee back room, ready for an additional cleaning. The broken camera has been replaced, but it lies asleep, unactivated. And you return to the front corner. King approaches with his hands behind his back. Hey, they restocked the shelves completely for us. That's fantastic. Let's have a chat first before. Oh. The alpaca waves to someone behind you. You glance over your shoulder to see a young woman looking to see if the store is open. She gives a thumbs up back up to King and walks away. What's up? The AC ducts, of course. You roll your eyes at him. No, I wanted to take some time to talk about the training manual. Oh, I want to take some time to, yeah, okay. Right, the manager training manual. Ta-da! He shows off a blue book with a bright yellow thumbs up sticker on the cover. King Edition, of course. The HQ standard manual doesn't really apply to a small store like us. HQ is okay with this? Honey, they don't really care as long as we keep the cash flowing and we don't mess up the brand image. I can live with that. I can live with that. Also, a knock on the door pulls your attention towards it. There's a guy in a business suit peering through the glass door. He signals to ask if the store is open. King waves him off, and the guy walks off. Right. Where were we? Oh yeah. So as part of your training, you'll be taking on new responsibilities. There's arranging the shifts with everyone. Okay. Making sure there is enough stock in the store, making sure that the day's earnings are banked into the company account each day, and training any new employees. You gulp. That sounds like a lot. Oh, you see. Kind of, but you got the rest of us to help you out. In fact, Mike's been helping me with the money bag when I'm not on the morning shift. One more thing, and this is from HQ. You won't be receiving any extra income while you're undergoing training, but your responsibility for any mishaps or troubles with the store's regular hours. But you're responsible, okay. The muscles in the back of your neck are tightening already. Really? Can't I just order the other staff to do these for me? Nope. He bops you on the nose, his usual tactic of showing disapproval at you. Now, sweetie, just read this and you'll be fine. I made it short and sweet, like a game guide. You take the book from the alpaca's hands. Despite being light as a feather, you feel it feels heavily within your hands. That just says heavy, doesn't it? Heavily? It weighs heavily. Okay. King pats you on the shoulder and smiles. Any questions before I leave you to open the store? Can I still say no to this? Can you say no to my cooking? No. Then you've got my answer. King chuckles and heads for the back room. He holds the bright blue book close to your face and sigh in defeat. Your muddled feelings leave you scratching your head. There's so much on the line, yet what scares you the most is letting King down. and you set the book down on the counter, you sense something looking at you. Turning towards the door again, a hunched man glares at you intensely from a short distance. Then he closes the gap, slowly walking towards the store. Your fur stands on end at the sight of his ghastly face. You think the guy is a fox, or a fox that you ran over, to be more exact. Sorry, we're not open yet. At least not until you're gone. Although your gestures exaggerate your message, he continues to stand there. What's with this guy? His hands reach out for the door before walking in. Hey, I said we're not. With one... Oh. Hello. With his other hand, the figure holds out a demon eye, the size of a grapefruit. Its iris is fixed on you. You freeze. Your brain instantly makes the connection. This time, it's a real hunter, a freelancer. He holds his eye out, and the pupil sharpens. It's getting ready to fire. Hey, come on! We can talk about this! The freelancer stares, unflinching, approaching as he squeezes the eyeball tighter. There is nothing to talk about. You inch closer and closer to him, your gaze never once leaving the eyeball's pupil. Come on! There has to be tons to talk about. How are things in the underworld? He sees what you are trying to do and squeezes the eyeball tighter. Harder, harder. You hear a humming sound as the eyeball starts to glow at the center of the pupil. It's still too far to snatch. You would have saved us all a lot of trouble if you died that night. Maybe that's a sign that I should keep on living. Why break the winning streak, I say? Your eyes remain focused on the weapon. A sharp light coalescing. Yes? Yes. At the pupil, a high-pitched sound beginning to ring out. Just a little more. Look, you don't need to go through all this trouble. What if I give you some hair? Maybe that would be enough to say I'm dead. Then we can all be on our merry way. You have no idea the agony I went through to get here. And now it... You lunge for the freelancer's arm. Grabbing hold, you shove it forward, throwing him off kilter as the beam shoots into the ceiling. You dig your claws deeper into the freelancer's wrist, trying to force him to drop the weapon, but the demon does not relent. He bellows in pain and throws a punch at your face, but you catch the hand just in time. Locked hand in hand, and neither of you can make a decent move. Both of you struggle to overcome one another. The one fighting to complete his mission, the other to survive. Kabu, what's that noise? Don't come in! Your eyes widen in fear. You can't let King get involved. He swings his legs backwards, landing a powerful blow against your stomach. You gasp as the wind is knocked out of you, but your grip does not loosen. You retaliate by kneeing the enemy repeatedly in the groin. They yell out loud and recklessly fire another beam that cuts across the floor. The both of you finally break free. You're forced to stumble backwards, arms flailing as you try to regain your balance. The freelancer twists his knees as he covers his family jewels. He raises his eyeball again as he looks up, but you already made your move. Okay. Dashing towards him, you cover the extra distance with a broom you've managed to snatch, then smack the eyeball in his hand. Oh, four? Is that what that? Okay. It flies into the air, then bounces among the wares of the shelves. You bring down the broom again on your foe's face, and then make a run for the weapon. You hear a loud hissing followed by a thud, but chose to not look back. Ahead of you is the eyeball, nestling comfortably in between a row of chips. I need to destroy it, but how? Your thoughts are interrupted by the sound of loud footsteps above you. And turning your head, your jaw drops. The freelancer, on all fours, is crawling like a spider, rushing to its prey, their eyes more bloodshot than before. Your breathing is erratic, and every fiber in your body tense. It's a race to the eyeball. But the freelancer, The freelancer leaps ahead and snags the weapon before you. You nearly slip, but manage to turn and start your retreat towards the counter. I'm not gonna make it! The sharp hum of the weapon fills your eardrums once more. This is it. This is the end. You close your eyes and hold your breath, your mind desperately hoping the beam will miss, when suddenly you feel a powerful force push you away just as you step out of the aisle. As you fall to your side, you see King's wide-eyed expression. Then the beam hits him in the side of the chest. King! You slide over to grab his fallen body and cradle him in your arms. King, say something! King squirms in your arms, panicking. The sound of the weapon raising its pitch again. You hold King close to yourself, shielding him from the approaching enemy. Force, yes, whoops. His footsteps seem to echo loudly as he gets closer and closer to you. Clenching your eyes tightly, you scream in fear. Die! He squeezes the eyeball again, but nothing happens. Instead, the light coalesced around the people dissipates, and buzzing sounds goes off as an error message flashes. Warning! Error code 69. The eye has been fired on a living mortal. Ejecting demon now. What? No! He's right there! I can... Ejecting. Bright blue sparks fire out of the eye, shocking the freelancer's entire body. It screams and shuddered in pain. The host's body collapsed to the ground. However, a red outline of the demon is left standing on top of it. The eyes then turn to it and blasts it again with electricity, before sending the demon falling beneath the earth. No! Drained of its power, the eyeball falls and rolls over to you, but you don't notice. You open your eyes and see King flailing his arms around. Kabu, I can't see. What's happening? It's all black. King, I'm here. Everything's going to be okay. I'm taking you to the hospital. I can't. Kabu, I can't feel my legs. Everything, looking over, you see King's legs slowly disintegrating into nothingness. No! King! The blast must have done something. You need to get help. The hospital. We've got to get there. You try to stand up, but your legs buckle under the immense pressure of... Damn it. Move, you stupid legs. Kabu! Your friend's loud voice forces you to look at him. You are on the verge of tears while he just looks at you with a weak smile. It's okay. No, it's not. None of this should have happened. It's all my fault. The disintegration envelops his chest and accelerates further. No, don't say that. I'm glad you're safe. In between ragged breaths, your voice breaks as you repeat his name. King! Make sure your meal's right, okay? Please. Tell my parents I love them, too. No. Please, King, stay with me. It can't end like this. Kabu. The disintegration has reached his chest and accelerates further. I'll save you. Just hang on, King. His voice fades away with the rest of his body. King is no more. Mere minutes after the freelancer was defeated, Vendrake sits in front of his desk, going through yet another demon's written request for days off. He shakes his head. These demons just don't know the meaning of making sacrifices for their company. Tisk tisk. The sudden sound of someone screaming grabs Vendrake's attention. Okay. He looks upwards to see a single red thread phasing through the ceiling. It gathers in the air, forming an outline, then a body with depth. Piece by piece, the demon's limbs reappear within the space of the outline and land on the floor with a sloppy thud. Ah! What in the world? Vendrake stands up from his seat and walks over to the demon. He looms menacingly over the smaller creature. The freelancer picks himself up. It comes eye to eye to Vendrake's angry-looking stomach, causing the demon to shriek and jump back. Lord Vendrake, my apologies. I was about to assassinate Kabu when the weapon forced me back here. What? Did you kill him or not? Why didn't you finish him off with your bare hands? I nearly did, but the ice stopped me after I hit a mortal. A light crimson-colored boils up from Vendrake's neck, as all the way to his face. Color boils too. Yeah, okay. Enraged, Vendrake's belly flares up. The stomach fires. Stomach's mouth fires a stream of fire. Okay, that narrowly misses the demon's head and blasts off the office door. Get in here, you three! Oh, we get to see them finally. Oh my god, that's fun. Oh, he's big. 3 portals open with the generals step forth, forming an arc around the raging Vendrake. Mar enters with crossed arms. To his side is Fortis, who stands at attention. Nox is the only one across from them, a blank expression plastered on his face. Amar! He points at the cat, accusingly. The cat demon simply tosses his nose in the air, barely making any eye contact with his superior. What? Care to explain why the weapon you made for the freelancer sent him back here before he could finish the deed? Amar rolls his eyes. Obviously, he triggered the failsafe mechanism. I got the alert just now. That dingbat shot a mortal. Look, he's in here. One of the cat demon's floating hands conjure out a vinyl disc with King's face in the middle. It even has a title written on it, King of the Store. Vendrake crosses his arms in a huff. I don't recall instructing you to put such a function in the weapon. I wonder if you had intentionally tinkered with the weapon to fail on purpose. Vendrake's belly glows red again, ready to spit fire at the cat. Amar scoffs. I would never intentionally make a tool that never works. And just because you don't have the foresight to see your goons messing up, that doesn't mean I would allow it. Last I checked, it was against the rules to end mortal lives. Vendrake's eyes narrow, and the mouth of his belly closes. Fortis relaxes his shoulders, while Nox continues to watch the scene play out. Though silent, in the frog's head, dozens of questions are left unspoken. What is the meaning of the words upon the vinyl disc? Why did Amar pick a vinyl to put a living being inside to begin with? If I put the vinyl under my finger, would music come out of my mouth? That's the most important question. Vendrick turns his attention back to the trembling freelancer. So, freelancer, it's on you now. Excuse me. I'll let you skip the paperwork and explain directly how it is that you failed. And if I am not satisfied, you will have to face great torture. The greatest torture a demon would suffer within the underworld. A disciplinary hearing in the next 100 days with Ellen from HR. No, not Ellen. That is the word, right? Yes. Then your employee card will be forever stained with a red mark. No more opportunities to advance in the company. Reduced days off applications. No more free coffee privileges. You already cut coffee privileges a month back. And worst of all, no more healthcare subsidies. No, not that. Anything but that. Please, I swear, I would have done my job right if the alpaca didn't push Kabu out of my way. Please don't take my healthcare plan. I can't afford the Fang checkup cost on my own. He pushed Kabu out of the way? Interesting. Very well. I will look over this mistake, freelancer. And now that your ruler is a sympathetic one, now go back to the torture floor with you. Vendrick mercilessly summons a portal behind the demon. The lowly creature pathetically cries and bows while stepping backwards into the portal. Everyone's eyes are upon Vendrick, wondering what he is planning. The demon returns to his seat and points to Amar. So, that mortal is within the disc? Yes, body and soul. Free him. I'd like a word with Kabu's savior. You can't do that. He'll see us. He'll see all of this. Living mortals aren't supposed to be here. Silence, Fortis. I wasn't speaking to you. If you have time to run your mouth, you would do better to train your brothers to guard the gates more efficiently. Fortis closes his mouth and looks to the floor. He clenches his fist and bites his lip, as if holding back a needless argument that he'll lose. Mar, I just want to talk to the little mortal. Help the mortal process what he saw. How do I say? Now do as I say. Okay. But I don't have any another way to put him back into the disc after I take him out. If I blast him again, maybe he'll be forever stuck as the next disc. No buts, or it will be your butt going for a re-education. The rest of you better keep your mouths shut while I do my job. He waves his finger to all three generals, like a school teacher telling their students off. Do it! Amar pulls the pair of goggles and wait. Amar puts on a pair of gloves. Gloves, okay. You know why I did that. And sets the vinyl disc down in midair. He brings a finger close to its surface, and just barely touching it. The disc now starts to spin slowly, vibrating, playing a gentle tune out of Amar's glove. Then, with a few quick turns of the disc, the tune changes as the thin green notes spin out of the grooves. The melodic notes gather before the group, spinning rapidly. The manic tune precedes a blending a green hue out of which King appears. What? King grabs the side of his pants and looks dumbfounded at his surroundings. The alpaca kneels and trembles at the sight of all four of vicious-looking characters staring at him. Vicious? Nox? Vicious? Look at this lad. Look at this toad. Frogu? I don't know. I've already forgotten. And you know, he's a lad. Like, what? Fortis big. Their unusual eyes and appearances lead him to one conclusion. Oh god, I'm in hell! He grips his pompadour while he breathes rapidly. Oh my god! Oh my god! Welcome to the underworld, mortal. This may seem alarming to you, but be assured you are very much still alive. I'm alive? Oh no. Have I been sent here early because I took that extra free sample at the store the other day? I swear I didn't know that was such a sin. No, mortal. That is not why you are here. Let's start with something simple. What is your name? I'm King Domric. Nice to meet you, King. I am Vendrick, the Demon Lord, and these are my generals, who helped me govern this realm. Do you remember anything about what happened before you arrived? Last thing I remember was the store. I got shot. Yes, that unfortunately was a mistake from one of our freelancers. He was after, an escaped fugitive, you see. A fugitive? Yes, a demon who may bring harm to the balance of the world the longer he stays on Earth. Who are you talking about? You know, Kabu. King's eyes widen. No way, I know Kabu. He's my friend. He's not a demon. That's what he wants you to think. He's only using you to hide his tracks. Why else would he keep this a secret from you? How long have you known him? Can you really trust someone you've spent so long, such little time with? I've known him for over a year. A year, huh? I forget how quickly your kind expires. To him, a year is no different from a month. Don't you think something is off? Why would you end up here talking to us, being of immeasurable power? Surely you are not that in denial of the truth, and if he has convinced you otherwise, I wonder, what other lies has he spun? The king stands in silence, his hands falling to his side. Face it, your friend is a wanted demon. Both Amar and Fortis shift in their positions. Nox remains unwavered and unblinking. He will say and do anything to avoid facing judgment. But you can change that, you can help us. And in doing that, I can promise your standing during your time of judgment would be more favorable. The king's voice is low and soft now. What are you asking me to do? I can send you back, King, like nothing ever happened. I just ask that you help me finish the job. We'll give you the tool you need. It won't leave any mess. With a snap of his finger, Vendrick conjures up a large eye, just like the one that shot King. The eye floats towards King and hovers just within his reach. King reluctantly grabs the eye and stares at it. Vendrick's face breaks into a smile. Which one? Until the alpaca throws the eye right back at him. Fortis gasps while one of Amar's floating arms gives a thumbs up to King. The eyeball slides off of Vendrick's face. He slams his hands on the desk and abruptly gets up. Insolent mortal, you dare strike the Demon Lord. He reaches out into his stomach and pulls out a golden scepter. With a wave of the rod, the desk flies into the air and crashes right at the entrance, blocking any hope of escape. Vendrick stomps forward and aims the scepter into the alpaca. At the alpaca. And despite the hostile display of strength, King stands unflinching against the larger demon. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Say what you want about Kabu, but he would never lie to me about our friendship. If he really left, I'm sure it was to get away from you, you two-faced creep. Vendrick raises his scepter. Then you are of no use to me. Vendrick. Stop! No! King throws his arms up in the air to protect himself and clutches his eyes as Vendrick brings down his scepter and hits the alpaca in the head. Nothing happens. What? Why isn't it working? Reveal your secrets! King smacks King in the head 2 more times. All it does is make the pompadour bounce about. Quit it! King smacks the scepter away. Vendrick turns to Nox. Why isn't the spell working? Why should, I should be able to see his life history? He is not dead yet. That can be arranged. Vendrick menacingly steps closer to King, who in turn retreats slowly, never taking his eyes off the demon. This is enough, Lord Vendrick. Vendrick stops. Delivering death is beyond our jurisdiction. Vendrick growls at King. You will regret crossing me, mortal. Fortis! The larger demon dog stands upright. Seize him! Fortis raises his arm and points at King. He steadies his breath before 2 small dog markings slither across his arms. Like bloodhounds after their prey, they fly out, wrapping themselves around King. King recoils to the touch of the black appendages. They grip him firmly, making him lose his balance and fall to the ground. You won't get away with this. I have rights. Kabu will find a way to save me. Silence him. Shadow's binding extends to King's mouth and subsequently gags him. Do you want me to send him back to Earth? Yes, but not now. Our laws state that he has to go back. But nothing is written about when that happens. What are you planning, Vendrick? Vendrick points at King once more. So you really believe he will come and save you? Well, dear boy, let's see if he try. Let's see him try. If he lives long enough to even do so. Vendrick walks back to his seat and summons the desk to its original place. That's I'm reading. It's good. Lock the mortal up somewhere, Fortis. See that he is taken care of until Kabu is dealt with. Where exactly do you think I'm supposed to put him? We didn't build dungeons for keeping living mortals. Just stuff him in the pantry for all I care. Figure it out. Fortis scowls but remains silent. He walks over to King, squirming form, and throws the alpaca over his shoulder. Fortis opens a portal. Wait! What's wrong? We don't know how a living mortal's body would react to the magic of our portals. Even more so after I just turned him back from a disc. Besides, if he's staying, I'd like to run some experiments on him if I get the chance. So, I definitely need him to remain intact. Yeah, let's take a rain check on that, Amar. But sure, the long way it is then. Fortis walks out of the office with King hanging from his shoulder. So are we done here? For now. Amar and Nox both open their portals and leave. Left alone, Vendrick sits in the quiet contemplation. That mortal's unwavering glare remains stuck in the demon's mind. Okay. I'll end the part here, so I'll see you around, everyone.